What's up, Taren here from A-Race. Today we're going to be talking about one of the sizzliest new shoes out there that a lot of people are curious about, the Hoka One One Clifton 2. Hoka launched their built-up maximal shoes in 2010. This was right in the heart of the minimal shoe movement, but even within that, they were an instant success with the ultra marathoners and those really long distance runners. Over the past couple of years, they've been moving more into the traditional road running types of shoes, and they've now got 11 models. And this here is their flagship road racing shoe, the Clifton 2, that comes in as their lightest and fastest shoe at 8.3 ounces of cushy goodness. I've now got a total of a little over 40 miles on the Clifton 2s in all different types of workouts and different terrains and surfaces. I'm not gaga over the Cliftons, but I certainly do like them. The main thing I like about this shoe is how it feels under the foot. It's soft, it's smooth, it's cushy, but it's also responsive, so it's not just running on a marshmallow. The Meta Rocker is the build of the shoe that encourages you to land on your midfoot or forefoot and roll forward. And then it also pops you off the ground. There's only a 4mm drop from the heel to the toe, so it gives a very minimal but also cushioned, responsive feel. This is one of my favorite shoes as far as how it feels under your foot. I like the weight of this shoe, like I said, coming in at 8.3 ounces. That's getting into road racing shoe territory, which is pretty impressive because there's a lot of shoe here, and you don't typically get this type of cushioning with a road racing flat. Durability, I've got to give them kudos for such a light shoe. There's really just a little bit of minimal wear, and for 40 miles, I'm really impressed. The rubber outsole has basically no wear. The EVA foam is just starting to wear a little bit, but you can still see the treads absolutely everywhere on the shoe. That then leads to how I feel about price. This shoe comes in at $130. I think that is a really good bang for your buck, with a lot of the more premium shoes coming in at $150 or more. $130 is actually a pretty good deal, especially if that durability holds up and this turns into a 200-300 mile kind of shoe. Everything that I liked about this shoe was from halfway down, however. What I dislike about this shoe basically starts right there and works its way up. The reason why I'm not absolutely gaga about this shoe is because of how my foot felt in it. I will give them credit that the inside of the shoe feels just silky smooth, but the heel cup I found was way too cuppy, and the squishy tongue was way too squishy. It led to a bit of a strange feeling, kind of like my foot was well locked in at the top, but because it was so silky smooth here down at the insole, it felt like I wasn't locked in there. Even though everything was tight, I was just aware of the feeling of my foot sitting in this heel cup. My biggest complaint with the shoe is as we move forward. Around the tongue and the laces, everything was fine. For one reason or another, the way that my toes sat in the toe box, they rubbed against each other, and I developed some nasty blisters for 2 weeks of my life that I'm never getting back. I'm talking about the 2 weeks of my life, not my toes. The tootsies are fine. I was voted best feet in the grade 9 yearbook. Don't ever forget that. I didn't notice that a lot for the last 10 miles. Once my feet got used to it, my toes toughened up, but it certainly wasn't a pleasant break-in period. That sensation of your foot feeling a little bit loose in the shoe and like it could move around is why I don't think that this shoe is best spent with time on the track and in your speed workouts when there's a lot of pounding and your foot is moving around. I think that the best use of this shoe is, like I say, on those long runs where you want a lot of cushion, you don't want to feel beat up after, or on the trails where there's a lot of side to side and undulation and you need some cushion to absorb all that rock and gravel and twigs and roots and trees that you're standing on. So is the Hoka One One Clifton going to be my everyday runner? No. But does that mean that there isn't a spot for it in my shoe lineup? Absolutely not. This shoe does well on the trails, on long recovery runs. It's got great cushion and it promotes that nice efficient mid forefoot stride. So I'm certainly going to be using the Clifton on my long runs, on my recovery runs, days when I need to give my joints a rest, and out here on the trails. That is when this excels, and that's when I'm going to use it. If you're not ready to go to a full minimal shoe, but you like the idea of getting a shoe that promotes that more minimal, efficient mid forefoot stride, these shoes will be good for you because they do have some cushioning and they do promote an efficient gait. Or if you're a minimal shoe runner already and you want something with a little more cushion that also promotes that minimal shoe gait, give this a try. Fair warning though, just like when you went to that minimal shoe and there was that adjustment period, there's going to be an adjustment period with this because it does take that little while for your body mechanics to get used to the new cushioning that's under your foot. That's it for the Hoka One One Clifton. Check us out at www.aracenutrition.com or on social media, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and Google+. It's all at A-Race Nutrition. Get out there, kill your next A-Race. Killing myself here for you guys.